Congratulations once again, sports fans. You've got the winning wager. I'm Stan the man with the winning way plan to make you money here on Sunday, November 9th, 2025. All right, this is the first part of our traditional two-part Sunday podcast taking a look at NFL action. And before I go any further, a special thanks to the good people here at Wendy's on East Campbell Road in Richardson, Texas, for allowing us to do this two-part podcast today. And a special shout out to Louise, who made it all possible. All right, we're taking a look in part one here at the early games on Sunday, and we've got a really early game beginning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern in Berlin. The game can be seen on the NFL Network. It's the Falcons against the Colts. Falcons 3-5 on the year, Colts 7-2, following the Colts loss last week in Pittsburgh. This is our number one play of the day, not just for the early games. We like the Colts to cover the 6.5 points here against the Falcons. All right, the rest of these games on the part one will begin at 1 p.m. Eastern, and these next four can be seen on CBS, including the Browns at the Jets. All right, the Jets are catching 2.5 at home. Here's what we like on this. We like a special in-game 2-item 7-point teaser. That's a minus 140 in most sports books, but we're going to take the Jets from plus 2.5 up to plus 9.5. And we're going to take the total from 37.5, adjusted up to 44.5, and go under. So the two items, the Jets plus 9.5, the game to go under the adjusted total of 44.5 between the Browns and the Jets. Okay, the game between the Jaguars at the Texans. The Jags are favored by 1.5. We like that. The Texans are going to be without starting quarterback C.J. Stroud, who got concussed last week against the Broncos. Davis Mills is going to be stepping in for him, and he's not exactly a first ballot Hall of Famer. All right, so go with the Jags minus the 1.5 at the Texans. These next two games, we're going to do a 3-item 10-point teaser, which is a minus 130 in most sports books, 130, 135, thereabouts. But the two games are going to be the Bills at the Dolphins, the Patriots at the Buccaneers, which probably would be the game of the day here. The Patriots are 7-2, the Buccaneers are 6-2. In that game, the Patriots are catching 2.5, but what we're going to do is we're going to take the Patriots from plus 2.5 up to plus 12.5. And we're going to take that total from 48.5 down to 38.5 and go over. All right. And the Bills at Dolphins game, the Bills are favored by 8.5. We like the Bills then to cover. Well, we like the Bills plus 1.5 there on this 3-item teaser. All right. So the Bills plus 1.5, the Patriots plus 12.5, Patriots Buccaneers to go over the adjusted total of 38.5. All right. Some more games here that we like on Fox. At 1 p.m. Eastern, the Ravens at the Vikings. No official play here, but I like the Ravens to cover the 4.5. You might want to buy that 0.5 point down to 4. And the Saints at the Panthers. No official play here either, but I like the Panthers to cover the 5.5 at home against the Saints. If you want to do a 3-item teaser here, you can take the Ravens from minus 4.5 up to plus 5.5. Take that Ravens-Vikings total from 49.5, go down to 39.5 and go over. And we can do the Panthers from minus 5.5 to plus 4.5. All right, that's it for part one. I'm Stan the man saying thanks for being with us. Be sure to be with us next time in part two for the winning wager.